but I've gotten blown off about 3 or 4 times.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's
well, even before today.
Understandable. Here's the challenge I'm up against. I have, it becomes so I know you to be very diligent. If not, the lumber union will not be running. Equally, and I think you would agree with this, is that Tweety has a track record for being very community first, people first. And I think the success of many of the stalls over during her tenure. So it becomes like is she in the right? Is Wyatt in the right? I'm more leaning towards like, is it at all possible that something happened where shit just disappeared, right? And
I keep every transaction. I have every transaction noted. I have every invoice that's ever went out of the lumber company. She had not sent a single payment in the month of October.
I got you. And what was her response to that?
She hasn't responded.
I see. Okay. Here's
because it's. I've said this word a billion times today, and honest to God, it's sickening as fuck. But this isn't about the money. It's
about the principle. No, I agree with you.
She stole from us.
Yeah.
Now, I've let it slide for this long only because she's not been around, and I've been very cordial in asking for that money back. Now, I've asked many people around the city, what would you do in a situation if you were in my shoes? How would you handle that? And about 9 out of 10 people said that she would not be alive. Now, I'm not threatening her, and I'm not going to threaten her.
Yeah.
Because I believe that this can be handled amicably. But that's $1 million. I had to go into my own pocket just for us to survive for the month of November because the money that was supposed to go back into the account didn't exist. So I didn't have money from the Lumberco account to pay for materials, wood, anything. We don't make a lot of money there. We break even most months. Like, and for her to take it put me in a very hard bind.
I understand. I am going to have a chat with Michael, Corolla, and Jason on this topic. The thing that I need to weigh, and I'm going to just shoot straight and be transparent, is on day one of the, hey, let me call you right back.
Okay, bye.
Of the court center opening, a place where this is a place for second chances for folks, people with felonious records, people that have been marginalized for so long. Can I and should I hold an individual's past against them? And that is my biggest challenge, and something I want everyone, including yourself, to sort of consider. There's people that were working the stalls here today that literally did everything in their power to, come after me, ruin my name, try to get me thrown into prison. And there was points where I considered doing something about it, but at a certain point, I just don't know if that's something I should be considering with what is supposed to be a new birth for the courts. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could have taken her to court. I've got all the proof, and I probably should go that route. But I want to settle it out because the second that I put that up on the docket, it's public.
I mean, you should tell her that, to be honest.
I did.
Honestly,
I told her in that office, this can all go away. I will never bring it up again. It can be dropped. Just pay what you owe for October, and I will leave this alone. And we can be done with it. Happy-go-lucky Wyatt, happy-go-lucky Tweety. We'll never have to talk about it again. She walked out. So I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm trying to rectify the situation, but, you know, if only one party's dancing, it kind of looks awkward.
Yeah. I think if you're that certain, I would sue her, personally. And if
I know she cares a lot about her name, and that's why I'm trying to salvage it.
If I was in your position and I believed as much as you did, right? You know better than I do, right? And I would take that route. Because for me, I'm in an awkward position myself where it's like, I know your books are tight, but everything I've known of Tweety for so long is makes no sense why she would have so much money. She's got millions in her name, right? All the cars she needs, like the amount of help she's done for so many people in the city for her to lie. So it's like, you know,
Has she told you she didn't take anything?
Yes. I mean, her basic thing has been like, look, I got millions of dollars. Why would I go steal money?
Okay. I'll be honest with you, Nino. Look, if there's one thing that I can't stand in this world is a thief. And I've got every bit to back it up. And if I have to expose her and run her name through the grass or through the fucking mud, then I will. But this could have all been handled if she would have just played ball. All she had to do was just admit to her wrongdoing, and I'd been done.
Yeah,
I have nothing against her as a person. I know that she helps out a lot of people, and she's been around. And
this is gonna get
does a lot of things, but I mean, it's $1 million just missing from our Lumberco account, and you know, she had a lot to do with the work that was happening in that October. So
I would bring it to court.
No coincidence.
Court is going to, for a lot of us, bring the truth out, right? Honestly, I wish you had done it a while ago.
I couldn't. She disappeared for 2 months.
Well,
yeah, how was I supposed to get that done? I couldn't even get a hold of her to ask her, hey,
you don't have.
Did you take it? Did you take it? Did you take it?
You don't have to, Wyatt. You put it up on the docket. She gets summoned. And if she doesn't show,
I was just hoping it could be settled out. Yeah. But because I had that much respect for her, but if the respect's not mutual, then it is what it is.
Yeah. I feel
There's
like
a lot of ways it can be handled, and I just don't want to handle it in the way that I kind of been taught to handle it. If that makes any sense.
No, it does. And look, I've operated the same way. But look, I'm gonna give you the advice I've given to other leaders in the city. Is you gotta just you gotta just do it. You know what I mean? You gotta be nice, but then if you gotta commit. You know what I mean? Like if she wasn't being forward to you, right to the docket. And if she's not doing bring it to the docket. You know what I mean? Otherwise, you're going to do yourself in just kind of like hoping that there's an alternative route, but there won't be one. You know what I mean? It's, if you've already extended the hand, then you've already done what you could.
Yeah.
But I hope you understand my position as well, right? It's, it really forces me to take sides in a place that is meant to be neutral, for a lack of a better word.
Yeah. I mean, I had every intention on being here and helping and, running the Lumberco stall, but from an integrity standpoint, I can't do that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just a pride thing or what, but if somebody has wronged me, like I can't share the same breath of air until it's something's done. It's just how it has to happen. I can't let somebody steal from me and then expect to be happy-go-lucky in front of them and then business as usual.
I don't think you need to, but I think, you know, I will say that I think you're thinking a little too wide here, right? She can't be blacklisted from San Andreas. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not that. Yeah. I don't care. Like, for me, and I've told, you know, my associates this as well. This is the most cut and dry situation that can be handled with a simple conversation that she refuses to have.
No. You're missing my point. I mean, your the Lumberco and her issues. I think her being a like, you know, if she doesn't work as staff, she works like a vendor thing. You know, just be the equivalent
I'm not
of.
telling her she can't do anything. Like, I'm not saying like get rid of her. That was never the thing. I'm positioning myself in a way to where a conversation can happen, right? I just want to talk, but I'm not getting that at all.
But I don't think you should hold back the Lumberco's involvement with the court center as a consequence of an employee. You know what I mean?
I think more or less I would still be willing to support from where we're located. And I don't know about running a booth, but and like anything else, sure. But it's like I said, it's
chat. Nino's not going to play.
Conversation that I just want to have, and it can be amicable.
Nino, this isn't our shit.
I just want to talk. I'm not getting that luxury.
Yeah.
And so now it puts me in an awkward position of you know, a million different things running through my head of how I'm going to rectify this situation. Because if I just let it go, in my eyes, I feel like I'm rolling over. That somebody just took $1 million from me, and I'm just like, you know what? It is what it is. It happened. It's in the past. Word gets around, $1 million gets stole from me. Nothing happens to Tweety. Somebody's going to come in, be all buddy, steal another $1 million.
You got to bring it to court. You're kind of punishing yourself by not doing it. And like I said, she doesn't need to be around. You put it up on the docket. She doesn't show up. You're gonna win anyways. And I, you know, it's you know, how long ago was this?
October.
Brother, it's been almost 3 months. You know what I mean?
She's not been around for 2.
No,
she left after I found out.
Yeah,
and confronted her about it.
Yeah.
How am I supposed to do anything with it?
Bring it to court. I mean, maybe I'm a lot more cutthroat. You know what I mean? Tilly did some dumb shit. Yeah, but you give people the benefit of the doubt for a short period of time, and then you chop. You know what I mean? Because look, Wyatt, it's this city moves so fast. It's not healthy to have grudges dating that far back, you know? And I will say that I get your resolution never came through, but that's not good for you either, is what I'm trying to say. Is that there's this unresolved thing. Andy, you saw Andy Jones in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Her and I had some beef a while back. Wasn't on me. I don't even think it was on her. It was because of this dumb fuck named Barrett Johnson that started a bunch of shit and these dumb fucks in BCSO. So we ended up in a situation where we'd have to talk through others to even communicate. Now, I saw her over here, and not only, you know, I have a lot of reasons to have problems with her, right? I could have. But instead, I welcomed her, and I let her know that, you know, a farmer's market that she did a while back, I think probably played a role in inspiring some of our ideas here. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you're not wrong for how you feel. But brother, those, you know, it's at a certain point you gotta what is it called? Like, shit in the toilet or put the seat up or whatever the fuck. You know what I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Yeah, you gotta like take a shit or get off the shitter, like whatever that phrase is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
You don't want to end up as the old man screaming at the sky. So,
we'll see. I'll talk to Robin.
Yeah,
to see if it's that.
I'm gonna talk to the others too. You know what I mean? If it's how they want to handle this, but
because I don't know. I think it's at fault. I'm gonna blame Jack Kettleman on this because he kind of molded me into this. It's the principle of the matter, and I'm gonna be honest. If I was following in Jack Kettleman's shoes, she'd be dead. That's just between me and you. I don't think he would have let it slide for a day. But I'm not that. I was a voice of reason, and that's why I've come to where I'm at, because I feel like I can probably fix the situation with a conversation. But if the conversation's not having,
it's been 3 months. 3 months is in Los Santos is a literal eternity.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to just avoid me the entirety of my life after just leaves for 2 months. I mean, that's what I don't get. So I don't know.
I don't know.
It is what it is.
I feel like I feel like there's something deeper here, right? Because I haven't ever. I feel like there's something missing in this. And I really want to know, and I really want to help, but it's so hard for me to get involved, right? Because I hope you understand. I can't let this, this affect everyone, right?
No,
I was ready to make this shit pop, and I don't think you should, and I want you to think beyond just yourself, your company and your staff from not being involved in such a big project. You know what I mean? But let me chat with my
I'll
staff
reflect. Because I mean, fuck. Even at one point, Nat and Tweety were at each other's throat. Not only that,
today,
Nat and Jason were at each other's throat. No, back in the day, whenever Tweety was around. So I don't know.Maybe I'm bitter. Maybe I'm too bitter.
I get why it is, but I'm telling you right now, brother. All right, forget Jack for a second, right? Jack, you're right. Most people would have just put a bullet in her head, but you didn't fire that gun soon enough. Regardless of I get it. She disappeared, whatever, right? But it's not a good look 3 months later. And I'm telling you this is people's mental. You might have some people around you that are going to say certain thing, but you bring up 3 months ago this happened. It's grudges are bad.
Would court do the same thing? Would bring the same negative look?
I believe civil court has no statute of limitation.
That's what I was told. That's why there's no report that's been made.
You don't need one. Would be produced.
Oh.
Yeah. You would work with a lawyer to file a civil lawsuit, and they would be subject to producing the documentation. You don't even need police. So I think it'd be good for me too, because I genuinely want to know, myself, because it just seems something's missing here.
I'll do that. I'll go that route.
Yeah.
I think when are y'all opening again?
Saturday. Yeah.
That gives me a week. Okay. I'll I'll sleep on it or something. I
Yeah.
don't know, because even at the same time, like sitting here listening to myself, like what a bitch. But like,
You kind of sound like LSPD high command to me right now. These fucking pussies have all these problems getting snaked for months, and then they just keep like getting fucked in the ass, and they're like, why is there blood all over the floor? You know what I mean?
I think I just have to keep that mentality. I like to think I'm better than it. I like to think I'm better than the alternative that can happen.
That's brother. Look, people are either too nice in San Andreas or too psycho. The way you do it is you say, you give an opportunity, you give them a couple days, you demand it, you tell them what the consequence is, and if they don't do it, you tell them to suck your fucking dick and you fucking slam the gavel. At that point, that's on them. And sure, there might be some people that get pissy about them, tell them to eat a fucking dick. They're probably useless anyways. Never had to make a hard decision in their life.
All right.
I mean, look
I'll
at the
talk to Robin
fucking
about it.
marshals and the ex-justices. You know what I mean? Like I gave them an entire term. They fucked around. They found out. You know what I mean? Like
Did you hear about what was happening down in the city today?
bro, I heard some shit. These dumb fucks didn't tell me anything about it.
There was an APC with a fucking land-to-air missile shooting at a helicopter.
Oh my god!
Right by the lumber co.
You know what I was told? They're like, oh no, it's just credible information. It's just for, that it's not. You're not the target. It's another government entity. It's like, okay, mayor who runs the entire fucking county. I don't know, shit's fucked up. But
All right. Well, I appreciate it. I'll take the week and think on it. I'm gonna talk to Robin and get all my documents to him, and then just go from there.
Easy.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
appreciate
brother.
it.
Yeah, anytime.
Yep. I fucking hate when this happens.
Oh, trust me, I know. Oh, I just wish some days I could tell everyone what I just wish some days I could tell everyone the shit that I have to deal with, like behind closed doors.
Yeah. All right.
All right. You take care, Wyatt.